Hello and welcome to all the ghouls and vampires out there. I'm Joe, here with me is my co-host Dan.
Hello and greetings.
And the newest edition of the Universal Monster viewing set of reviews we're doing is the Wolfman versus Frankenstein, or Wolfman meets Frankenstein. In this movie, Lawrence Talbot is apparently dead and has been for 4 years. And the trouble is, some grave robbers come in and break in, and apparently he wasn't properly slain. What is he, like near dead? Half dead? Three quarters? But anyways, Larry then ends up waking up in the hospital the next day, having gone full wolf on everyone and torn a guy apart in the crypt. The guy deserved it. And Larry gives his name. The doctor and the inspector are bewildered and confused once they realize that he really is Lawrence Talbot. But on the other hand, when they don't believe him, there is a brief time when they don't. They have him basically put in a straitjacket, but apparently while they were away, it's been a month, so he ended up going full wolf on everyone, tore apart his straitjacket, and broke out. And then woke up outside and decided, screw it. They just want to put me in a straitjacket. I want a cure. So he goes and finds the gypsy woman, Maleva. She reveals to him that he cannot die, which is something that is really not cool for him, considering he's cursed and his existence isn't pleasant. And he's apparently been traveling throughout Europe for a while, because it's mentioned later that he went through several towns and there were a string of murders. And the thing is, it's not that Talbot can help it, given the whole werewolf thing. But his goal is to have himself self-deleted, I guess you'd say, as YouTubers like to call it. But along the way, he befriends Frankenstein's monster, or at least the second one, considering the first one was created by the first Baron Frankenstein. This one was created by the second Baron Frankenstein. Technically third, because the grumpy old man. So what we have in this series of Universal monster movies is that 2 generations in a row fell to madness. And the thing is, it's Talbot's hope that maybe the secrets of Frankenstein can set him free from his accursed life. And so he ends up, how shall I put it? He ends up deciding that he's going to try to get the secrets, since he couldn't find them in the castle, from Elsa Frankenstein, the daughter of the second Baron Frankenstein in the series, as far as mad scientists go. Elsa's an interesting character, well acted, and I would have liked to see her again, but from what I understand she doesn't appear again. However, the trouble is, one of the local villagers has a problem with his homicidal tendencies and says they ought to just... His only solution seems to be to butcher everyone. Wow. Hate to invite him over for Christmas. What are we going to eat? We should eat the children. We will destroy them and devour them. Okay, Larry. Not Larry, I can't use that name. Okay, Bozak. We can't, because I think that's the character's name. We can't just murder the children just because they're annoying you and then cannibalize them. But, no buts. Go sit in the corner. But, I kid. But in all seriousness, the guy's only go-to option is murder. And his idea at the end is to blow up the dam and destroy the castle with the onrushing water to flood it. Meanwhile, within the castle, the now mad scientist Dr. Mannering, who at the beginning of the film just wanted to put Larry in a straitjacket, is now consumed with greed and ambition and lust for power as he goes mad and decides that rather than draining the energy from the 2 monsters, he's going to actually power up Frankenstein's monster, because why not? Seems the thing to do. Elsa tries to stop him, and in the ensuing chaos, Frankenstein's monster, I should say, breaks loose. And then you have, we can't call him Adam because he's not the original anymore. Bob. I'll call him Bob. So Bob breaks loose, and what happens is that when Bob breaks loose, he goes after the Baroness because he still remembers her and doesn't much like her because the lineage of Frankenstein. So when Bob goes to take her away to destroy her, which sounds pretty funny when I word it that way. Anyways, you have you have the Wolfman who goes full wolf because it's the full moon. He goes after Bob because, well, convenient target, and because, she's a babe, she's mine. I'm joking. And then in the ensuing fight, while the two monsters are busy with each other, Wolfman versus Bob, Mannering takes away Elsa, and then the flood hits and destroys the castle. Obviously, the two monsters are going to survive. There's no way this kid do them in. But Elsa really should end up handing over Mannering to the police or to the lynch mob that's probably going to form, because he really screwed up. He had one job and he decided to go instead cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So, yeah, that's this movie. It's a fantastic movie. The story's really good. I like it. The acting is perfect. And the final fight between Wolfman and Bob is great. So, anyways, I'll be honest. I was kind of cheering for Wolfman, not Bob.
Same here. I mean, I can't help but think it's like Bozak. Here it is. It's like let's brute force. And you had the mirror. No, Bozak, that didn't work the last 2 times.
Third time's a charm. I'm kidding.
It's like we need to address the problem of the monster with our heads.
Yeah, but then it turns into a fist fight between the Wolfman and Bob, as said. Bob Frankenstein. Anyways, let's rate this film. I'm actually going to say this is a solid 3.1. This is like, it's not a logical explanation. The curse makes no sense to do what it does to the Wolfman, but it's so interesting. The writing is so good. The acting is so top notch. The only storyline that I find is badly written is Mannering does not get his comeuppance.
That's why I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
You still rate it over higher than I do. It's a great movie.
Mm-hmm. When it's good, it's good.
It's just there's one detail and that's all. Well, 2 technically, with the one plot hole with the curse of immortality and whatnot. But hopefully they'll address that in the next movie. So stay tuned for that review. So don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button as though you were the Wolfman trying to tear Bob Frankenstein apart.